Hello everyone, welcome back to the YumYum Report, bringing you bite-sized updates from theme parks around Australia, as well as occasional updates from theme parks around the world. Before we start, I'd like to give a very special thanks to my channel members, Koala75, Lee Donald, SW Stevie 1, Randall, Maloney's Coasters, Carrie Jekin, and Medic Brick. Thank you so much. This week we popped into Dreamworld for a quick visit to check out what was new, mainly checking in on Rivertown, Jungle Rush, and also checking up on the progress for the construction site for King Claw and seeing if there's anything new going on with that. There's so much stuff going on here at Dreamworld at the moment. It's a really exciting time to be a theme park enthusiast here on the Gold Coast. The first thing we noticed was that Sky Voyager was closed and gated off. There seemed to be some progress happening on the exterior of the attraction, which is very unexpected and honestly quite exciting because this has been a contentious topic amongst the theme park community. Some people are big fans of how Sky Voyager looks, others not so much. Me, I'm personally more of a fan of the classic look. Back in the day it used to be reminiscent of a old school movie theatre and definitely much more in line with the Dreamworld aesthetic, which is inspired by Disney and was designed to have a very timeless feel. And I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with the design, I just think maybe it doesn't quite fit in. And I'm curious what's happening here. Are they gonna retheme the exterior of Sky Voyager, or is it just some simple maintenance maybe on some of the panels on the outside of the building? What do you think? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Next we moved along to Main Street to have a quick look at the King Claw construction site, which as far as I'm aware there hasn't been much progress on this over the past week. It appears the location is mostly sitting dormant at the moment, but there's obviously been a lot of groundwork, lots of digging up and preparing to put in whatever they need to do for the new King Claw attraction, which again is set to open late 2025. It's going to be a massive addition to the park and it's going to be incredible. So I'm really excited to see what happens next, and I look forward to covering all kinds of updates in the future. Out in the car park, they've gated off this massive area with some construction offices, and it's clearly going to be used for King Claw, I assume, unless they've got some secret attraction planned. But this is a huge section that they've gated off, and I can only imagine that there's going to be some gigantic pieces of construction appearing soon for King Claw. I know some people may not agree, but I'm personally a big fan of how transparent Dreamworld is with the progress for the new additions. Very cool to see all the updates. We had a quick lunch break. I had my favorite kids combo, egg sandwich and fruit salad. You can't go wrong with this, it's amazing. What's your go-to meal at a theme park? Mine's obviously egg sandwiches, but I'm open to some new suggestions, so let me know. On the way to Rivertown, we noticed that they've added the old fire truck, I don't know what it's called. Very cool. It's got a nice classic vibe and they've got a really cool logo on the side, which is a nice little addition. I'm a big fan of these small touches and I love seeing Dreamworld add things like this to the park. I'm also curious if they're going to add anything new to this fire station. Obviously you've got the iconic Firefighter Kenny is on the way button here, which people love to press. But maybe they'll add like a little animatronic or something, that would be nice. Still no news on the progress for the train line yet, but hopefully we'll see some changes to that soon. It's going to add an extra element of kinetic energy into the Rivertown area as well as the rest of the park. And there haven't been any updates as far as I'm aware on Motocoaster. Hopefully we'll see some changes to this soon. Maybe Cyclone Alfred will take it out of the equation for us. Sorry, that is a horrible joke. I'm really sorry. That was definitely a joke, I promise. I love Motocoaster. It's the greatest ride in Australia. Yes. Also, the gemstone and the waterfall. That's a big new addition this week. The waterfall is now going on the Jungle Rush entrance, which is super cool. So I'm trying to backtrack from my Motocoaster comment. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the water here. It looks like they've still yet to add the other waterfall feature onto the attraction, which I'm sure once they do, it's going to look amazing. And I'm such a massive fan of everything they're doing here in Rivertown. It's just such a cool spot, and they just keep adding stuff. They just keep improving what was already the greatest family attraction in Australia, and I don't know when they're going to stop. I don't know what else they could add. But I know that there's still stuff on the way. They've still yet to implement the CO2 tanks or whatever it was that I noticed last week, which might mean there's going to be some mist effects or fog effects, or maybe like snakes spitting at you. I visited Tokyo Disney Sea, and I loved the Indiana Jones attraction there, and they had this really cool effect where you went through a tunnel and there were arrows firing at you, and they used like little bursts of like CO2. I don't know the official thing that they use, but it felt like arrows were zipping past your ears and past your face. So I feel like this would be such a cool feature on Jungle Rush, and it would fit in so well. There's also a rumor going around from Jaggs Journeys that there's a secret room on the way here in Jungle Rush, and I'm not sure where it could be, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be in this spot here where it says Deep Pit, Keep Out. But I could be wrong. Do you think there's going to be a secret room? Or did Jaggs go a little bit crazy out here in the jungle? I don't know. I would love to see a secret room. But let me know what you think in the comments. If there is a secret room, where do you think it will be? Still no progress on whatever pre-show they potentially have planned for Jungle Rush. I'm sure they do have a pre-show plan. They've got these screens hanging up there. It seems a bit of a waste just to have the Jungle Rush logo sitting on them. They do have like a pre-boarding announcement. I don't know if that's the phrase for it. It's not an airport. But basically some audio that plays before you get on the attraction, which is such a simple addition that a lot of rides don't actually have. You would think it would be kind of like the bare minimum, but just some simple instructions and safety regulations or whatever. I also noticed that there seemed to be some green paint maybe on the pathway in Rivertown. Either that or it's the concrete fading away and revealing the old Wiggles flooring, which I believe was green. I could be gaslighting myself. Or it looks like maybe they're going to be painting something green. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. And still no updates yet on the old Tower of Terror building. I'm so curious what's going to happen to this, because Rivertown is so immersive and so excellent, and then you look to the side and you see this old grey building standing there. But all good things take time, I suppose, and I'm sure Dreamworld has a plan. I have the deepest trust in Dreamworld. They've done such an amazing job, and I believe in them. I hope that they do something with it. I don't know what they could do with it. Will they get rid of it? Will they retheme it? Who knows? There's a lot of options, and overall I'm just excited to see what comes next. That's kind of all the changes and updates for Rivertown itself. I will have a separate video coming out where we visit Jane's Rivertown restaurant for dinner, which is a new addition that Dreamworld has added in the past few weeks now, and while I was there I did notice that they've added some of the original concept art for Dreamworld, which is such an awesome addition for theme park enthusiasts. It's great to see the original concepts and artwork behind the attractions and behind the theme park. I've clearly got a soft spot for the Murasippi Motors attraction, which I don't remember riding. I'm pretty sure I have ridden it when I was very small. I would also love to see the Gumtree Alley, is that what it's called? It was like an old show kind of inspired by the Country Bears Jamboree. I feel like the theme parks here, they just need some cool like show or something. Back on Main Street, there's still no news on the progress for the old Billabong shop, which they seem to be renovating or doing something with, yet to be determined. And before we wrap things up, I'd like to share something very cool that I enjoyed this week, which was the amazing Dane's Theme Park Life podcast episode where he speaks to Dean and Dan from Earth Story, who are the company that designed the original master plan concept for Rivertown. And it's such an awesome podcast to listen to if you're an enthusiast or if you're interested in creative projects or storytelling. Just a great podcast. So make sure you go and listen to Dane's podcast. He puts a lot of hard work into it, and it's such a treat for enthusiasts. Once again, I'd like to finish up by giving a very special thank you to my channel members: Koala75, Lee Donald, SW Stevie 1, Randall, Maloney's Coasters, Kerry Jekin, and Medic Brick. Thank you so much everyone for your very kind and generous support. It truly means so much to me and makes me very happy that you enjoy my videos to support me in this way, and it will definitely help me to save towards better equipment and future trips, which will help to make the channel more interesting and more informative. And for anyone who would like to become a channel member, you're more than welcome to do so. It will give you access to videos early, as well as a YumYum sticker next to your username on YouTube, and special emojis to use in the comments and chat, and you also receive a shout out and thanks at the end of my videos. But if you're not in a position to support the channel financially, you're more than welcome to leave your support by liking the video, commenting, or subscribing for more. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.